I praise this world and the universe it nestles itself into. I am thankful for this, humbled by all you do, and grateful for dwellings in your creation. As the wheel turns, I remember all that has come before. I hold in my memory the sand dragon my family made, the summer of abundant time. My father said, "We build the dragon, and the universe will let it be so. In time, the universe will call it home again, with wind and water."
On the night of the fat full moon, I pledged my life to you, a life of offering help and hope to others. The night I accepted the marriage proposal you offered me with moonlight, dear Lord. In another lifetime, across the sea, a young man tempts fate by jumping off the many tall fingers of earth. He leaps, unafraid of what may happen. Perhaps this is the simplest joy to hold close to the heart.
Fact, a remote village must rest at the heel of a great mountain. It is a rule of the universe we remember only through reflection. It is a memory most of us fail to recall or marvel. Look for green and you'll find it. Look for a straight, open path. It will appear. Beyond walls and hedgerows, feel the freedom of the unbridled horse and collarless dog running inside you, that open summer field.
Why count the petals on a wild red rose? You will never finish, though there are a finite number. Once you touch the velvet and smell the perfume left in your fingers, then numbers mean nothing anymore. Perhaps there's more than one trail to reach the top of the mountain. Then there is the simple majesty of looking at a young mountain draped in a cloak of forest with a palette of blue for company.
Behold the joy in clean water to drink, the life it gives, nurtures, sustains, a few simple atoms to keep this complicated system of nature alive. Then there's the waterfall. Know this, people gather at the water, whether ice dam near a fjord or by a tiny pool at an oasis. Families and friends gather, and the water will remember. Water has the deepest memory.
When did I last stroll down the river, bending my limbs like long trees on the banks? I am an old, lazy catfish with time in slick skin, swimming slow in a world of pickerel, always hungry, always darting blindly against the current. At my uncle's home, we ate deep-fried dumplings, onions, peppers, tomatoes, sometimes with fish. He always served green melon wine, pretending we were at church. Mother scolded him, but I always laughed. I never left my uncle's house hungry or angry.
In my world, green has a smell. Spring, water, cut grass, bamboo, melon, limes. It is easy to say I associate green with these things, but it is truer to believe these wonderful smells are simply green. What else could this color smell like? After supper, I pored through a huge book of insects and found a picture of a bronze cricket in a small bamboo cage. It knew few notes, yet played them so well. Outside the window, a choir of crickets sing a freedom song.
Last night I woke to silence. I recall my father saying how silence is a friend. Maybe accepting golden silence is part of my alchemy process. I like silence just fine, yet find comfort in the company of copper. Who was that woman with the coppery red hair, always appearing on Friday at the local diner? Her long hair always looked like a silken wreath around her face. After the last flood, she left to live in Silver Mountains.
The flood changed my thinking about nature and my place in this world. I helped build the dams and found shelter for people. My feet began to bleed, and I continued without pain. After the flood, I followed my calling, my vocation for life. Yesterday, I counted the number of steps it took me to walk from each of my stops. It was another lesson. My master told me it's good to know this, so you will know your rounds if you become blind.
What have these eyes seen? What a grand garden this is, flowing off into the mountains. The river, the snow, the sunset, the moonset. The masters taught me to wear time like a shawl or hood. O universe, what these eyes have seen. My eyes are your eyes, and though we don't know each other's names, we are connected by these things we see. The prayers of gratitude for all of these gifts, all of these wonders, all of these invisible connections.